It's not about whether you are choosing to be VP or not choosing to be VP. It's about principle.
You love it?
It's about principle.
Did you love it to be?
Love it to who? Now, I never love it. You saw the result. I never love it. Ask anybody. Now, to take that decision was difficult. But the decision has to be taken. And I looked at it. Atiku was not an option. Atiku was not an option. So it's a no-go area.
Welcome to Let's Talk Politics on Naija Anchor News, the show where we break down power, people, and the pulse of the nation. One honest conversation at a time. No filters, no fluff, just facts, perspective, and a whole lot of truth. I am Abigail and I will be your host on this edition. So, Nigeria is no stranger to political betrayal. But every now and then, someone says the quiet part out loud and it shakes the table. And this time, it's none other than Nyesom Wike, the former governor of Rivers State and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory. In a recent and emotionally charged interview, Wike laid bare what many Nigerians have been feeling for years, that politics in this country isn't just broken, it's built on broken promises. Let's start with the issue of power rotation. After 8 years under President Muhammadu Buhari, a northern Muslim, expectations were high, especially within the PDP, and the presidential ticket should move to the south. That's not just a courtesy, it's a matter of political balance, national inclusion, and respect for our federal character. But when the party handed the ticket to Atiku Abubakar, another northerner, it felt like a slap in the face of many southerners within the party, and Wike, he wasn't having it. In Wike's words, he said, "I could not have imagined that after 8 years of Buhari, that the same thing would go back to the north. I said, no, it is not about love, it is about principle."
It's not about whether you are choosing to be VP or not choosing to be VP. It's about principle.
So that statement alone draws a line in the sand, because when a politician says it's not personal, it's principle, you know something is deeper at play. But here's where it gets more revealing. Wike went on to explain why, for him, supporting Atiku was never an option. Not just because of zoning, but because of trust. Or in this case, the lack of it.
Atiku was not an option. Atiku was not an option. I know from day one that Atiku will never keep to his word. And I have never banked on that. I will not take his word to the bank. I will not do it. And so it was very clear. I made the right decision. And I stand by that decision. And you cannot see me now, having taken that decision in 2023, to now say, oh, I will support you for President. How?
He recounted how in 2019 he was promised influence over key cabinet appointments if the People's Democratic Party won the presidency. He mentioned talks about nominating the Attorney General and Minister of Petroleum. But when the legal team was being set up, he was completely left out of the process, even before the votes were counted. So his verdict is, I will not take his word to the bank. Let me pause here and give my honest take. Personally, this isn't just about Wike versus Atiku. It's a mirror of how politics in Nigeria operates. Alliances built on shaky promises, leaders who say one thing in private and do another in public, and a culture that rewards betrayal with another shot at power. We can't keep calling this strategy because it's sabotage. Wike's stands may rub some people the wrong way. Some say he's bitter, others says he's selfish, but let's be real. When a man who gave his all to a party says, I stand by my decision even after the backlash, maybe it's time we ask, who really betrayed who? So at this point, here are the real questions to ask ourselves. Has zoning become just another talking point, or is it still a pillar of national unity? Is political betrayal the new normal in Nigeria, or we're just too numb to care? And when someone like Wike speaks out, not out of desperation but out of principle, do we ignore the message because of the messenger? At the end of the day, politics isn't a loyalty test, it's a leadership test. And if the people we keep recycling can't pass the basic exam of honesty and fairness, maybe it's time we change the syllables entirely. Because if power must remain in the hands of a few who can't keep their word, then maybe the real power rotation we need isn't between North and South, but between the past and the future. And so until next time, stay woke, stay loud, and whatever you do, stay political. We'll see you again in the next edition of Let's Talk Politics on Naija Anchor News. So for now, please ensure to share your views with us regarding this conversation in the comment section.